the public portion, and then the commissioners would move to either disclose any part of what the deliberation under closed session, or not to disclose any portion of what was discussed in closed session. So I hope that's clarifies the process.
Okay, clear. Okay, opening.
Yeah,
Oh,
could I just, I'm sorry, Deputy City Attorney Susan Cleveland Knowles. I just wanted to emphasize to the Commission that this is a closed session on personnel, and obviously the direct evaluation is appropriately done in closed session, but any discussion of criteria used to generally evaluate the director would need to happen in open session.
Can you explain that?
I don't quite get that.
I don't get that either.
So if you're going to have a general discussion about any criteria against which you would evaluate personnel, in this instance the director, then that discussion is one done in open session. If you already have a plan or criteria that have already been made public, or I understand that there's a 5-year plan. So if that is the document which you are going to use for the evaluation, then there's no need to discuss additional criteria.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that you don't go into closed session and then need to come back
So
out.
just to be clear, we have an appraisal form that has been used in the past and is being used this year, along with a 5-year plan. So those are the criteria of which we've at this point decided to use for review.
Great. So if there are no additional criteria, then that's sufficient.
Right. Okay.
Very good, Commissioners. Then we will, I will call the open session, item 1, public comment on matters to be discussed in closed session.
Okay, is there any public comment? Come on up.
Hi, my name is Diane Ruiz, and today I'm acting in the capacity as co-founder of independent media People Power Media. This morning, we published an article called SF Planning Director's Record of Displacement and Gentrification. And I want to make a note that this isn't, meant to be a personal attack. It's meant to, as you are today, evaluate the performance of Mr. Ram. So San Francisco has become, this is just excerpts of it, San Francisco has become the cautionary tale for how not to develop a city in the 21st century, frequently derided as the most expensive housing market in the U.S. Skyrocketing rents and mass evictions are forcibly displacing residents as the gap between rich and poor is growing. What we did was basically take a collection of statistics to kind of exemplify what's been happening since 2008. So one is soaring rents. Rental prices for a 2-bedroom by Planning Commission standard records have spiked from $2,650 for a 2-bedroom to $4,580 in 2014. We've built way more luxury units than affordable. So over 70% of the about 20,000 housing units that have been built in the past 6 years have been built for luxury, which is way above what's affordable for most people. There's been thousands of no-fault evictions. We're also losing rent control units. So if you actually compare using the Housing Balance Report, the amount of new affordable units being built compared with what's been lost with rent control units, you only actually have a net gain of 292 new price control units, and that's over the past 10 years. Thousands of established businesses are closing. So actually over 14,000 established businesses which have been open for over 5 years have closed in this from the 2014 BLA report. And commercial rents have jumped from $374 per square foot to $675 per square foot. Nonprofits have seen an increase in rent. We're also losing diversity, where San Francisco is becoming only city in the area which is actually losing its diversity, whereas others are gaining. We're also losing artists and blue-collar jobs through PDR. So this is an evaluation of the growth that I know that you are, set to manage, and just kind of the overall picture of things that you can consider in the evaluation today. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any additional public comment? Okay, public comment is closed.
Commissioners, this will place us under the closed session, item 2, personnel matters pursuant to California Government Code section 54954.5E and San Francisco Administrative Code section 67.8A4. The Planning Commission will convene in closed session to discuss the annual performance appraisal and performance plan of the planning director. I should note also, Commissioners, that pursuant to the Sunshine Ordinance, the San Francisco's Sunshine Ordinance, even though we will be in closed session, we are required to record the audio of the closed session. SFGov TV will not broadcast the closed session, and as soon as you move to go into closed session, will place us under closed session, upon which they should not be able to record the audio. However, I am required to keep an audio recording for 10 years of the closed session.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Wu.
Okay, thank you for the public comment. Due to the fact that this is a personnel issue, I move to go into closed session.
Second.
On that motion to go into closed session, Commissioner Antonini?
Aye.
Commissioner Hillis?
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Richards?
Aye.
Commissioner Wu?
Aye.
And Commission President Fong?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners. So moved. You are now in closed session. Let me start this closed session. I think people will be filtering in. I'm not sure everyone's aware that you were in a closed session, Commissioners. So now, at this point, we will resume the open session portion of your agenda, item 3. Following closed session, the Planning Commission will reconvene in an open session and consider a motion regarding whether to disclose any part of the discussions during closed session, and may report on any action taken during the closed session. If those members of the public entering the room can do so quietly, we are actually in an open session of a special hearing.
Commissioner Wu.
Thank you. So I move to not disclose the discussion during the closed session, and Commissioner Fong and I will follow up with Director Ram.
Second. Again.
Thank you, Commissioners. On that motion, then, to not disclose deliberation under closed session, Commissioner Antonini?
Aye.
Commissioner Hillis?
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Richards?
Aye.
Commissioner Wu?
Aye.
And Commission President Fong?
Aye.
So moved, Commissioners. That motion passes unanimously 7-0.
This is meeting.
If you want to adjourn.
Yeah.
Hello.